Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are in good health. We are studying trade and commerce. In our previous lecture, we have discussed the role of some important service industries like communication, education, health services, law enforcement, legal profession, banking. Our today's topic of discussion is tourism. That is also an important service industry. The objectives of today's lecture are to know about importance of tourism as service industry and to know about tourist points of Pakistan. Tourism is the act and process of spending time away from home in pursuit of recreation, relaxation and pleasure while making use of the commercial provision of services. Nowadays, means of transportation has made it very easy to travel all over the world. That's the reason the tourism has become very popular. So we can say tourism is travel for recreational, leisure, religious or business purposes. Tourism is also seen as an industry and it is becoming very important because it is a big business and vast amount of world's economy is allocated towards this industry. Tourism is vital for success of many economies around the world because they earn foreign exchange from tourism, and there are several benefits of tourism on host destination, and the most important one is it boosts the revenue of the economy. That means it brings in income from tourists who visit various places of interest in a country, and in this way he earns foreign exchange. When there is tourism, it creates thousands of jobs, develops the infrastructure of a country and plants a sense of cultural exchange between foreigners and citizens. It means when foreigners or tourists come to a country, they not only bring their own culture with them, but they also learn from the culture of that country. That causes cultural exchange between foreigners and citizens. As travel and tourism sector is progressing and is becoming very important as an industry, there are some services like transport, accommodation, travel agents, tourism development and promotion, tour operations and ancillary services which are necessary to support the transmission of electricity, and without these services it is not possible for travel and tourism sector to run and to run smoothly and to progress. So they are very much necessary, and it is necessary there must be the main reason for tourism is the visitors attraction. If there is something which attracts visitors or tourists, then the tourism will increase in that area or in that country. So all these factors are necessary to run travel and tourism sector smoothly. Let's see what are the top 10 countries that make or earn from tourism. Among them are USA, Spain, France, Thailand, United Kingdom, Italy, Australia, Germany, Macau, China and Japan, and these are the top 10 countries that make the most from tourism. They earn the highest tourism revenue from international visitors, and United States earns the most from international tourists among all these countries. And these countries have become tourist attraction because they provide facilities as well as security to its tourists. Student, it is very necessary that tourists must have security as well as the facilities that will make these countries a tourist attraction. Although these countries have fantastic and attractive tourist points, natural landscapes, beautiful mountains, historical values, but still there are some countries in the world which have very few natural resources except beaches, but they have also become popular destination. And how? By capitalizing on their tourist potentials. Like the different countries who know the importance of tourism have developed different tourist spots in their countries, and its good example is Dubai, which is very famous all over the world, or a very famous or tourist point because of its huge shopping malls and skyscrapers. Every country has its own attraction for tourists. So let's see what are the some of the most important tourist spots. The first one is Eiffel Tower. People visit Paris to see Eiffel Tower and Champs-Élysées, the Statue of Liberty that is in America. Similarly, Great Wall of China, Pyramid of Giza that is in Cairo, Taj Mahal in India, and Roman Colosseum that is in Spain are great tourist spots because of its historical values and as a great wonder of the world. Christ the Redeemer that is in Brazil, 98 feet tall statue is one of the seven wonder of the world, is also a tourist attraction. While Morocco attracts its tourists for its exquisite architecture, people visit Dubai to see its excellent shopping malls and skyscrapers, while the beaches of Malaysia and Indonesia, Thailand catch the sight and attention of tourists. So students, there are so many other places which are visited by the tourist throughout the year. There are so many religious places also, and the most important one is Saudi Khana Kaaba that is in Saudi Arabia. Muslims all over the world visit Saudi Arabia throughout the year to perform Hajj and Umrah and to visit Masjid Nabawi and the other important and sacred points in Saudi Arabia. There are other sacred places for different religions like Hindus and Sikhs visit to Darshan Yatra of Gurdwaras and Nanak Sahab that is in Pakistan, and Hindus go for their golden temples, and similarly there are the Buddhist sites in the world which are religious places for the Buddhist. So tourism is also for the performance of religious obligation. Now we will talk about the tourism in Pakistan. Student, Pakistan is a very beautiful country. It has a range of landscapes, diverse culture and people and large number of heritage sites. It has much potential as a tourist destination. We can categorize the tourist sites of Pakistan into three main categories, that is the northern region, historical site or cultural areas or spots. So let's see about the northern places of Pakistan. Students, the northern region of Pakistan has been a tourist spot which is very favorite for all the tourists who are attracted to the awesome mountain landscapes, and these areas have scenic beauties, mountaineering, spectacular mountains, passes and beautiful valleys. Let's take a quick view of some of these beautiful valleys of northern region, and the first and the most beautiful one is the Gilgit-Baltistan. This area was given the self-governing status on 29th August 2009. It is a major tourist destination in Pakistan and famous for the Shandur Polo Festival, the breathtaking mountain, glaciers, cold deserts and awesome mountains. It is a hub for trekking and mountaineering expedition in Karakoram range that leads up to Khunjerab Pass. This region is home to the world's highest mountain ranges, Karakoram, Himalayas and Hindu Kush. And the most important, the world's second highest peak, K2, is situated in this region. Similarly, another important and famous mountain peak is Rakaposhi, that is also in Gilgit-Baltistan. Other famous points are Atabad Lake, Desai National Park, Altit Baltit Fort, Khunjerab Pass, cold desert of Skardu. Similarly, an important route, that is the Silk Route, it is also passed through this region, and it is known nowadays, it is known as the Shahrai Karakoram, and there are the world longest glaciers, three world's longest glaciers are found in this region, and their name are Biafo, Baltoro, Baltara. Batara. So these are the very famous places in Gilgit-Baltistan. The other important valley or beautiful valley is Swat. It is a very beautiful valley full of scenic views, sceneries. Lush green valleys of Swat offers a unique combination of history, culture and archaeology, as the place was one of the most important part of Gandhara civilization. So you can see it is not only a beautiful natural scenery which is full of beautiful mountain landscapes, but it is also an important place of Gandhara civilization. And White Palace in Sadhu Sharif is worth seeing. The other important points of Swat Valley are Malam Jabba, which is a skiing point, Kundal Lake, Mahudand Lake, Kumrat Valleys, and a lot of other beautiful scenes and valleys and places that are always an enchanting experience to visit. Naran Kagan. Naran and Kagan is a very beautiful area, an alpine and panoramic valley. Lake Saif al Malook and the plateau of Shugran and Lalazar are the most favorite and the famous point of the tourist. It has gorgeous and full of captivating views. It is considered as a gateway to northern region and one of the most popular tourist attraction in Pakistan and in other and for the foreigners. River Kunhar flows along the road to Naran and Kagan, and it is very beautiful. Lake Saif al Malook is famous all over the world. Khyber Pass is also in Pakistan, and it is very important because it has been one of the most important trade route and strategic military location in the world, and it forms the bridge between Central Asia and South Asia. And students, remember, Alexander the Great and the Babur come through this pass to conquer India. Some other important mountainous point is Murray, Azad Kashmir, Chitral, which are very beautiful and worth seeing. Let's talk about the cultural tourist places. Pakistan has diverse culture and people. The culturally rich city of Lahore, known as City of Garden, is situated on the bank of Ravi. It is a city full of life and color. It has something that for everyone: beautiful gardens, historically exotic forts, mosques and shrines, Mughal architecture and museums, fairs, festivals and urs, all added up to make Lahore. Karachi, the gateway to Pakistan. It is located on the coastline of Arabian Sea. It is the main seaport of Pakistan. It is a very beautiful city. There are beautiful beaches, cinemas, hotels, recreation clubs, and whatnot. Multan, the city of Sufi shrines and culture, Bahawalpur, all these are the culturally rich cities of Pakistan. Similarly, there are some historic sites that includes Texla, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and these are the also of interest of tourists because Mohenjo-daro, which literally means city of dead, is one of the two biggest cities of the Indus Valley civilization, and it is known for remarkable construction of building, highly developed drainage system and elaborate bath areas. Similarly, Harappa is an amazing and ancient urban settlement of prehistoric period, and it is said that it dates back to 3rd to 2nd millennium BC. Texla, a historic site near Islamabad, have over 50 archaeological sites within its radius of 30 kilometers. So all these places are interest to tourists. So Pakistan is blessed with a lot of sites, whether they are historic sites, cultural sites or natural landscape. But unfortunately, there has been decline in tourism in Pakistan because of some security issues, as there has been terrorist activities in Pakistan because of Afghan crisis that took place after the event of 9/11, and there was a killing and the kidnapping of tourists in 2013. Because of this, foreigners avoided to visit Pakistan. Similarly, Swat operation. So these are some of the problems that cause decline in tourism. But Pakistan needs to further develop its tourist industry for local as well as foreigners and provide international level of hospitality, security and transport to tourists. So these are the steps that Pakistan should be taken to improve its tourist industry, as it is a very big source of earning foreign exchange, and Pakistan is blessed with so many beautiful tourist sites that can be the favorite tourist destination. So it must provide security to the locals as well as to the foreigners. Similarly, there must be guidance, there must be proper guideline for the tours, like tour guide, travel guide. It must similarly advertisement, there should be advertisement so that the people know what are the places in the Pakistan which we can visit. Clean environment, we should take care of the environment and keep it clean so that the people who come to the visit feel comfortable. And similarly, most of all, there must be the provision of the facilities like transport, accommodation, networking. So all these facilities are very much necessary for the promotion of tourism. And students, as Pakistan is a very beautiful place, a very beautiful country, and the people of Pakistan are very good in nature and very warm. They always warmly welcome their guests. So you must keep it in mind that the majority of the visitors who come to Pakistan, they are always awed by the natural landscape and scenery, and they always appreciate the warmth and hospitality of the people. So we hope that in future Pakistan will earn a lot from its tourism, as the recent government is also taking different steps to improve or to promote tourism. That's all for today. Here is your home task. You have to read the topic from your book, and here is the short question. You write the name of any two historic and any two scenic site of Pakistan. You can take any of two, and it is your own choice, and write briefly why they are tourist attractions. And the next one is state whether the statements below are true and false. You have to write these questions in your neat copy. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Take care.